What's cracking, lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So in build up for my 7-round mock draft that comes out later today, I have something special. I got the opportunity to sit down with Basaraski, and we did a head-to-head mock draft. We we just alternated picks for the first round, but that's not all. We also talked where the Packers may go in the draft, as well as some of our favorite draft prospects in this class. So go ahead, enjoy, become a bro, and subscribe. And I guess until next time, you be easy, my friends. Enjoy.
Yeah, all right. That just flow right into it.
How do you say your name, by the way? Basaraki?
Basaraski, but I just start going by Bass now because it's just so much easier.
Okay, gosh, dude. Yeah, because I'm looking, I was like, dude, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Dude, and I'm the worst. Like last year, I couldn't get Jeffrey Okuda's name right.
Okuda?
Yeah, to save every video. It was wrong.
Yeah.
Every video.
Levi, what's his name?
Uzarike?
Yeah, I just say Levi O. I'm just like Levi O.
Yeah, I did that with the tight end from Missouri last year that went to the Broncos.
Alberto.
Yeah, Alberto.
That's his actual nickname, though. So that's helpful.
Yeah, and I think it was like I can't even remember what it was at this point.
That's why when I mess one up, I just like ask in the comments, like for Togi, like I didn't know it at first, and I was any Ohio State fans, let me know how to say it.
The short but tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that Illinois receiver in the draft too this year, which he's like 6th, 7th rounder. But it's like I was just listening to the pronunciations.
You gotta watch the highlights. That's what you do.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I learned. It's like, hey, dude, this is what the announcer said.
Josh Imator Bebe, right?
Crap, dude, that was not what I heard.
Really? What'd you hear?
It was like, what was it? Maybe I'm just thinking wrong, but it was like
Imator Bebe. Yeah, so I guess that sounds more fluid. We'll go with that.
Oh, Josh Bebe.
Josh Bebe.
Yeah.
Chad Beebe.
Yeah. All right. So smooth opening. What do you think the Packers are going to be doing with that first round pick? Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
My gut is saying they're going to end up taking a tackle. Like that just screams Packers. Like a Tevin Jenkins or Sam Cosmi screams Packers to me. What I would like ideally is someone like Caleb Farley to fall with that, back injury from deadlifting. I'm on the side of saying I am okay with that. Like I know the Packers doctors are very strict. I don't know if they will be. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the whole Caleb Farley situation. Cause about a month ago, he was going at the top of the draft right next to Patrick Surtain.
He was corner 1 for some people, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing was, the more I looked into the back injury, it was the surgery he had. It was pretty basic. He won't miss training camp or anything, but it's similar to what Tiger Woods dealt with. So yeah, he's able to return quickly, but down the line, it can be serious. And we've seen that with Tiger. This is football.
Yeah,
it's a little more serious, So I get it, but Farley's he's so good. He's literally, he's like what made CJ Henderson last season a top 10 corner. Length, speed, just shut down corner traits. That's what people look for, He has all that. He has, granted, 1 season of elite play back in 2019. But yeah, man, it's gonna really be a coin toss. He's another one hard to predict where he may go in the first round.
Yeah, because it is hard to predict because the Cardinals, if he gets by them, that's what I'm thinking. Like if he goes by the Cardinals, because if they take Newsome or someone, which I like Newsome too, I don't mind him. But I also really like Barmore at the Packers pick because they do need some more help down defensive line. Kenny Clark does need some help. They do have Dean Lowry. I just feel he's going to be cut. I don't think he's on the team come fall.
Yeah,
they re-signed Tyler
Lancaster. Replacement starter.
They re-signed Tyler Lancaster. He's a fill-in zero tech. They have Kingsley Keke, who could, blossom into a good player, which I think he will. But getting someone like Barmore would just, bring that defensive line way up.
Yeah, I think Barmore's gonna once it comes draft time, he's gonna be very highly valued because it's weak interior class. These guys they're gonna go a bit earlier, and I think Barmore will be. I'm not gonna lie. After the Maurice Hurst release, I think the Raiders are primed to get Christian Barmore.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if the Packers signed Mo Hurst. So,
yeah, right. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So hear me out. I don't know if you know this cat, Osa Odigizua, the
Yes,
UCLA.
somewhat.
There's another
Yeah,
interesting name for you.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he would be perfect as like a 3-4 end there because
yeah.
he's only about 280, but he plays a physical style of football. He's got great length, and like Senior Bowl, he really blossomed in UCLA. They really play a lot more run contain, so you didn't see him on these like, hey, go after the passer, So
Yeah.
I kind of like him maybe in the back end of the second round for them, but
Okay.
I'm interested. You said tackle because I'm gonna shoot this idea. I'm gonna shoot
Okay.
this out there because Dylan Radins, the North Carolina or North Dakota State tackle,
Yes.
he gives me David Bakhtiari. Did I say that right?
Bakhtiari.
Bakhtiari.
Our
Man,
boy
I'm never gonna
yeah.
get that right. But he
Yeah.
gives me those kind of vibes. I think he could
Okay.
like not off the bat, obviously, but I think he could develop into a very, very good, like probably one of the.
Well, Bach was a fourth round left tackle out of Colorado. He had to get pushed into left tackle stardom in his rookie year, and now we see where he is. But he's coming off a torn ACL as well, so you have to realize that he might not be able to play week 1.
Yeah.
He had a torn ACL week 17, I believe. So in practice, right before the Rams game, I think it was in the playoffs. So that's why it's like they have such a weird situation with their offensive line because they lost Corey Linsley. So either they have to draft someone like Landon Dickerson, right, and throw him right at center, or Creed Humphrey or Miners, and then, or if they don't do that, you got to probably put Lucas Patrick at center or Elton Jenkins at center. But I would rather keep Elton Jenkins at guard. And at that point, you have Billy Turner at right tackle. But if Bop can't play, Billy Turner's gonna have to move to left tackle. So you have this weird like carousel of linemen going on here with the Packers due to injury and loss of Corey Linsley.
See, I think that's a bit of a luxury because like they can do that because what was it, Patrick? He played a little bit at right tackle last year too, didn't he?
Yes, and he played center early on in his career. He backed up when Linsley was hurt a couple years ago. He had a couple small injuries. So Lucas Patrick has played center. Elton Jenkins has played center. Billy Turner's played left tackle, right guard. Every one of those players have played every position about. And I'm sad they just lost Lane Taylor to the Houston Texans because he was the same way.
Hey, man. Apparently greener pastures.
Yeah, apparently. I guess the money.
I thought, yeah. So bringing up Corey Linsley, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about them? Because this is probably going to piss off your fan base, right? How do you feel about not retaining him, but deciding to keep Aaron Jones?
I mean, if you look into so if you look from the outside looking in and you look at Aaron Jones' contract, just the base of it, you're like, why, right? But if you actually look into the details, it's practically a 2-year deal that they can have him for these next 2 years at a pretty low cap hit and then say, we want to move on from you in 2 years. And they'll take a little bit of dead money, but it's not that bad. His cap hit in the third year goes way up. So if they decide to indeed retain him for that third year, then they're pretty much stuck to him. But, they have A.J. Dillon still. So I think they do have enough depth at the offensive line. They also have John Runyon Jr. He played pretty decent when he had to fill in at guard last year. They drafted Simon Stepniak, who we have no idea about. He has 0 snaps. He was hurt last year.
And they also got a lot of guys at the back end.
And Jake Hansen we drafted last year. We drafted 3 linemen last year. So that's why it's like I feel like they might draft a tackle, but also why give up on your guys so soon when Jake Hansen they have seen nothing of, except for they probably have because training camp or whatnot. But Stepniak I know was hurt, so I think he didn't have anything. But Jake Hansen is a center, and he was a rookie from Oregon last year. So you don't know what you have with those guys. But I'm not terribly mad that Corey Linsley walk, especially for the money he got.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Me personally, because I'm just not a big running back value type of guy.
I'm not either. I was on the same boat as you. That photo of the Super Bowl winners with how much they pay their running back. Yeah,
right.
I know.
Oh, geez, dude.
I know.
I feel like you're never gonna win the running back value discussion because a lot of people look at it like it's fantasy football.
Yeah.
It's like, running backs are very valuable in the first round.
And I thought he was as good. I thought Aaron Jones was as good as gone. I was getting ready. I was jumping on that A.J. Dillon.
I was scared the Dolphins were going to take him.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, don't spend money on a running back. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So just kind of like, just making assumptions here. If okay, maybe tackles that kind of out of the question at least early, since they do have some depth and versatility, and maybe some promising guys there. Let's say Caleb Farley, and I'm telling you, Greg Newsome. There's a lot of hype with him. I think he goes maybe top 20.
Really?
I think so.
You think Cardinals? What is that? 16?
I think Cardinals. It won't surprise me. The Bears. That's why I kind of say top 20. I think the Bears could be a good option there.
That's
and I could see a team like the Saints trading up to try to grab him.
Yeah.
Like maybe even at 21. I could definitely see the Colts because they just love to trade down, while the Saints and Loomis, they trade up for their guys. So.
And plus, like, all of the Saints corners last year were pretty terrible, including
Lattimore, man. I don't know if he's going to start the season.
that's yeah. They were all pretty abysmal last year.
All right.
I'm surprised the Saints can field a team right now.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh, dude, cap space masters, but
crazy.
And then let's say I'm gonna assume Barmore is gonna be off.
Okay.
Where do the Packers then go? Like, is receiver ever a real option for the Packers? I'd like it to be, but
I wouldn't be mad if they did. Like, I know it's a kind of a gadget pick in Kadarius Toney, sort of, but I mean, if you watch some of his plays, man, and the Packers really haven't had that true slot guy since Randall Cobb, really, and Devontae plays slot a lot, so that is a thing, but they tend to draft these 6'3" to 6'4" receivers that have a good 40, and that's what they go for, the big, tall, lanky receivers.
MVS.
St. Brown, Equinemius St. Brown's tall. Alan Lazard's tall. MVS is tall. You know what I mean? They never really draft like these Rondale Moores. You know what I mean? They never really draft that type of player. So it would surprise me, but I would enjoy it, because I would like to see a player like that in the Matt LaFleur system.
See, and I thought it'd be cool, and I'm glad you brought up the size there, because I was like, man, Elijah Moore would be such a cool pick there.
That too,
like,
him too.
He's such a true vertical threat, but he's another guy that's relatively short. Actually, Kadarius Toney might be a pretty solid option, because like he came in, he's basically the same size as Rashad Bateman. It's just Bateman's I'm pretty sure he's like very, very similar to Randall Cobb. In terms of measurements?
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure. I think he might be an inch taller, though.
Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney is like, he can be legit, and like everywhere I've like read is that he's a guaranteed first rounder in this class. For me, it's hard to kind of project where he may go in the first round if he does, just because he's so raw as a route runner. Like, what you love about him is after the catch, which 100%. Randall Cobb. So that's interesting, man. That's interesting, because the Packers are a bit of a mystery when it comes to what that pick will be.
But if it was a receiver, I wouldn't be surprised if Toney was still on the board if they took someone like Terrace Marshall instead, because just the size.
Oh gosh, that's a good point, man. He's big and he's fast.
He can play slot too. He's slot and outside.
He actually played slot there this season at LSU, because apparently that's where they have their playmaker.
And Chase is
that's why Justin Jefferson was there in 2019.
And he's a good player. He plays smaller than his, I think, 6'3" frame. Like, he's definitely a good player. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I feel like a lot of people, if they were both on the board at 29, I feel like a lot of people would be clamoring Kadarius Toney, and they draft Terrace Marshall. That's just how I feel the Packers would go with that.
Dude. That's good. That's interesting. I haven't thought about that. That's wild.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. They're very stuck on their ways with their height restrictions, especially at corner. And that's why I was shocked they drafted. That's why I was shocked when they drafted Jair.
Yeah, I've seen
a smaller corner.
Some people like throw Sonny Samuel Jr. there at the Packers. I was like, man, nah, he doesn't fit. Like, I love Sonny Samuel Jr. He's got 30-inch arms. That doesn't win on the outside in the NFL. Like, you're kind of betting on him being the exception to being outside. So like,
Jair is an exception. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's a great corner. We pretty much fleeced the Saints for him anyways. So
yeah, and I always say in the first round, you don't want to be betting on this guy's the exception to like the rule, because I kind of feel the same way about Devontae Smith, where he's 170. It's like, I'm not saying he won't translate. It's just you are really betting on the exception that he will Will. I don't get how people have him in front of like Chase. Like Chase has 30 pounds on him. They do a lot of the same things. Like outside of the route run, I'll give that to Smith, but you got to be a route runner at 170, right?
That's all. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to create that separation.
Yeah. So who are some of my guys in this class?
All right, I go to my little list here.
You got dang, dude. Yeah. I've been talking this so long, they're burnt into my heart.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, one of my big draft crushes is I talked about it a little earlier was the pronunciation thing was Tommy Togiai. I do really like him. The 40 bench refs. He's just strong as a bull.
He's got them short arms though. The bench is a little easier.
I know. Oh, trust me, it is. But he would fit right in the 3-tech right next to Kenny Clark. He's a good run defender, and I think that's what the Packers need. Someone like him or Lee McNeil, which is another guy I do like.
I love Lee McNeil. He's not getting the hype he deserves.
No, he's probably the best run defending interior guy in the class.
Yeah, no one talks about his pass rushing upside. Like he doesn't have a lot of pass rushing moves.
Yeah.
But in North Carolina State, they never really they don't teach those guys that. So.
Yeah, and he's a perfect 0-tech in a 3-4 scheme like the Packers would need, and he would just like no running and pass to Lee McNeil. So that's two of them. Going to the running back spot, I like Javian Hawkins just in terms of Matt LaFleur. Not running the ball, literally, not if you watch the Packers last year, Tyler Irvin, that's it. That's what he would do. Okay. Jet sweeps, orbit motions, all that type of stuff. And I just like the idea of him kind of like catching swing passes, that type of thing. Not that the Packers need a running back, but if he's there in the 6th round, we have 2 of them. Whatever. I don't know.
I mean, in the 6th, 7th round, you're just kind of looking for guys that either have big upside or that can come in and do something for you right away.
The only time I see the Packers, getting a running back in the draft would be the 6th round. So,
which should be fair after last year.
Yeah. Well, gosh, watch they draft like Etienne or something. That would probably make Twitter explode. In like the 1st or 2nd round or something like that. If they trade down and then they draft Etienne or something.
After the Seahawks traded out of the 1st round, I was like, well, at least we got the Raiders and the Packers, man, that will surprise us with their picks.
Yeah, trade up, grab Jordan Love. Everyone was like, I laughed because like I kind of saw it coming. Like,
yeah,
it was pretty funny just to see like this Twitter just.
Oh, dude, I bet, man, the freaking.
But another running back. I want to hear your thoughts on who a lot of people. He's kind of starting to get a little bit of motion. Is Jamar Jefferson.
Jamar Jefferson is very okay. Everything Jamar Jefferson does translates well to the NFL. Low center of gravity. He's a relatively good at breaking tackles, force missed tackles. It's just the dude doesn't have any breakaway speed. He's not going to be a home run threat. It's just.
But in like something like the 6th round though.
I think 5th and 6th is about his about where he should go. That's probably where I have him projected at. But like he's quality. It's just like. You're just he's a guy that he should translate well. He's going to be a good running back in the league. He's never going to be like the guy. I could see him being a running back 2 or 3 on a roster forever.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I kind of wanted the Packers, if they were to draft a guy late in running back, is like you're going to be the 3rd guy. Like you're not really going to get much carries. The Packers used 3 running backs last year. Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon was the 3rd. He got some carries. Against Tennessee was his best game when he went off. But
that was a snow game, right?
Yes, it was. Yes, he was the Walmart version of Derrick Henry, but played better than him. So, so I have a couple receivers too I want to talk about. One of my guys, and I know you might hate on him for the size. It's Jalen Darden.
I'm not gonna hate on him for the size. Like I get it. I think he could be a very good like vertical threat in the slot.
Yes.
It's just size, and he didn't play anybody. I don't like that people make the comparison with him and Darnell Mooney because Mooney is way more physical at the catch point.
I think Darden had like many at all contested catches.
Yeah, he was 0 for 9 last year on contested catches.
Yeah. But I mean, what he had 19 touchdowns, something like that.
Oh yeah, no, he like dude's fast and like a real threat deep. I don't think any like I could see him slip into the fourth round though. I don't think any
Fourth?
team.
Okay.
I don't think any
Because
team will really have like the cojones to draft a very very small receiver out of North Texas and like
yeah,
day
I have
two.
him in fourth, and then the highest, like if someone gets him in the third. But like some mock drafts, like the Draft Network, which I do my mocks on, he falls like the sixth and seventh. I'm like, there's no way. Like someone's gonna take a shot on him before then. Right?
It's hard to find a good draft simulator. What I've done on Draft Network is I have my board.
Yeah, I just need to make one if I can like download yours.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll rotate them between picks. That way they're taking your guys that you're high on as well as their mess. So
because it's weird because, like I said, Draft Network has Jalen Darden like all the way up, and then PFF has him as like the 92nd best player. So
Yeah.
there's such a wide margin there.
PFF, man, I love me PFF, man. They're typically pretty good. They love guys that separate, and that's typically why you see those guys higher on their board, which I kind of fall in that category. I'm not a big fan of contested catch guys only.
Yeah.
Like last
And the
year.
beauty with Darden is he can kick return right away with the Packers. 100%.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They have no one. They suck. Their special team was trash last year.
Yeah.
Like I cringed every time someone tried to take like a kickoff. Like it was just like, ugh, don't do it. Don't fumble. Just knee the ball. Get down to the 25 and fall. That's how bad it was.
Let's just take the 25 or let's just take the easy 25 yards.
100%.
Stop bringing it out.
I mean, we had Darius Shepard, who I think fumbled, and then we cut him after, and then Malik Taylor, a kick return. It's like these guys, I don't even know if they might have returned in college. I don't know, but it's like I feel like they was just like, hey, you can maybe do it. Get back there. Like there was never a guy that's like a Cordell Patterson or someone. Never.
Gosh, didn't he just sign somewhere, Cordell? Was it
Falcons?
I think it. Yeah. That was the first team.
Following them Devin Hester footsteps. Seahawks next. Or Ravens, was it? I don't even know where Devin ended up going late in his career. I think it was Ravens and Falcons.
I think he was with the Ravens for a little bit, I think.
He was definitely Falcons. I remember he was like number 14 or something. It was something weird.
I don't know. I'm getting old enough to the point where my memories,
I just get PTSD with Devin Hester, really. I just get
Hey, at least you didn't have Tom Brady in your division for like
that's true
20 years.
I just get PTSD as the image Tim Mathsay diving at Devin Hester and missing him like 4 times. It's just our punter would always just like do this like weird slow dive at him and always miss him.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
How about any offensive linemen?
Okay. I gotta go obviously with the Wisconsin Whitewater guy. I gotta give him a little shout out.
Oh, dude, the Haas
boy. Yeah.
Mr.
I mean,
the crop top.
Yeah, you saw a Senior Bowl week. I mean, I if the Packers snagged him in the second and he ended up being their center, I think he screams. He looks like he's related to Josh Sitton. Like there's lineage there. Like there looks like there may be lineage there.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. He was pretty good. I thought he was gonna come in and like he came in and had a really good Senior Bowl. And he was learning center on the fly. Yeah, that was the thing. And you remember Ben Barch last year?
I don't.
He was out of St. John's. He ended up going to the Jaguars, I think, in the 5th round. Okay. But literally, he had the best 12 reps of his life at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, 5th, 4th round. I could see that after the Senior Bowl, that type of rise for Quentin Miners. Yeah. And then the pro day. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Because I knew the guy could dunk. They were like, go look at highlights and like half of them are just, hey, look at this boy dunk. And I'm like, he can dunk. But dang, dude, I didn't realize he was that athletic. It's more of like an Ali Marpet type of rise. I definitely see him in the 2nd round.
You do see him in the 2nd?
Yeah.
So where would you rank? I want to know your like center list. Like obviously you have Creed, Landon, Dickerson, and then him. Like where would you rank those 3 guys? Like, and if you were a center needy team, which one are you choosing if all 3 are there?
Oh, problem with Dickerson, man. He's probably at best out till week 5. Okay. Because of the ACL. He is my top rated center, though.
And see, that's another thing. If the Packers were to go that route, doesn't really help them right now with Bakhtiari being out potentially.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it kind of gives them another guy that it's like, okay, here, have fun on the pup, like or whatever.
Yeah, and even with Dickerson, he could play guard. He's played guard too. So he's got mass. he's gonna be a good player for quite a while, even if he doesn't end up being a Pro Bowl player. He's just a big boy. You don't need that athleticism on the interior. Like I'm a sucker for athleticism. That's why I'm actually a big fan of the Kentucky center, Drake Jackson.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's gonna. I can imagine him facing NFL strength and just getting blasted into orbit.
Yeah.
But I have Dickerson, and then I have Creed Humphrey. But I actually like Creed Humphrey at guard better.
Okay.
So I don't even consider him a center. I think a lot of the times he lost in college was I always point out Bravion Roy and Quinnen Williams. These were guys that were extremely strong and they were able to get low leverage. And when they got underneath Humphrey, literally these are the only like 2 bad games on Humphrey's tape. And he got mollywopped. He got worked. Yeah. And that's why I kind of like the idea of him going to guard. He won't have to worry about that. So yeah, I guess if I'm not going to consider Humphrey a center, I'd go Dickerson, and then Miners is actually the next guy on my list. With Kendrick Green too. Kendrick Green can play center. That guy's pretty good out of Illinois.
Okay, interesting.
So
as for tackle, I'd say, I mean, at the Packers spot at 29, like I've already mentioned Tevin Jenkins. If he falls, I don't know if he will. I don't think so.
I feel like Pittsburgh is a good place for him, but also I think Pittsburgh's, at least their fan base, they want Najee Harris. If they want to do that, then fine.
That's what I say. I mean, whatever. Yeah. But I want to hear, what's your thought on Cosme?
I love Cosme.
I like him. Yeah. Because I really like him too.
He would be a top 15 pick in any other draft class.
Yeah.
The dude's extremely athletic. I think he's tailor made for an outside zone running scheme or a blocking scheme.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you can see, like he tested like out the wazoo, as did much of this class. But
because I would be happy with him at 29.
Yeah. The only problem with him, technique wise, it's more so in the run game. Where he kind of gets bullied around, but it's not a strength thing. Like the guy's strong. It's just he needs to do a better job of like setting an anchor and whatnot. So yeah, dude, like he would have been
6'7", 309. Gosh.
Yeah, the dude's a monster. This is a really good tackle class.
Yeah, his pass block grade on PFF was 90.7 this year. His run block was an 86.4. So yeah, he's I would be, happy with him.
And he's one of the most tested, or what is it? Most tested in the passing game. Like he's seen the most true pass sets, which typically that indicates to success in the NFL. It doesn't always. Like if you take Andre Dillard, he was kind of like that in his class, but he hasn't really been able to hit the field. So
yeah,
that's still a question mark. But yeah, no, Cosme's great. I love Cosme.
Yeah.
And then I got like Dylan Redens is another guy who had a really good Senior Bowl. It was nice to see him. He was able to compete against NFL caliber talent at the Senior Bowl. That was my biggest worry. Like I saw him in the first round on a few mocks, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna wait till the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna wait till the Senior Bowl, and I totally got played by everybody and their mom. And bam, they're waiting in my comment section. I told you so. I was like, I said I was waiting to the Senior Bowl. Calm down, man.
So do you think there's going to be a lot of tackles taken in the first more than people expect? Like
I think at least 5. I could see a run at the end.
Would you even push like Leatherwood or Carmen or any guys like those in, or what?
Ooh, Leatherwood's an interesting name. Hold on, my dog just busted down my door.
All good.
Yeah, it was like FBI, open up. Where's my food?
Yeah.
But Carmen's interesting because I like him a lot. I mean, dude, he kept Trevor Lawrence clean for consecutive seasons. He had a good game against Chase Young in the national championship in 2019. And he was the only thing good on the offensive line in that Ohio State game this year. But
there's a couple more, like what is there, Mayfield?
Mayfield, my channel will know this. I'm not high on Mayfield whatsoever.
Yeah, I see him dropping somewhat. So I think they're
after people put him in the first round. Oh, jeez, dude. And now I see a lot of people talking about him as a guard.
Okay.
So like the dude was super inconsistent, and the only thing people would say is like, well, he played Chase Young very well in that game, and then they forget that he faced Chase Young a handful of times. The rest of the game, he gave up 7 pressures to the whole Ohio State team. Like, that game was a roller coaster. You're gonna pick out like just a couple of times he faced off with Chase Young. Carmen's interesting though. He is like the dude's super athletic for his size. And the thing is, he is a bit slow out of his stance in the passing game. But I mean, at his size, it's kind of to be expected. At his size, you're gonna take a little longer to get up out of there. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't work at tackle, which I'm all for. Hey, if this guy played tackle in college, give him a shot. Just give him a shot. As long as they're athletic enough. But I don't know if he goes first, man. I mean, worst case scenario, the dude ends up as a guard. But I got a 2nd round grade on him. Alex Leatherwood's a bit more interesting.
Okay.
He's just anyone who picks him, it's just gonna feel mediocre. There's not much spice to him. Like
that's why I say it'd be pretty funny if like the Bears did it.
Gosh, dude, poor Bears, man. I feel bad for Chicago. Like as a Dolphins fan, like I get it. I get the whole struggle at quarterback. Who's our guy? Like ever since Marino left, Culpepper, maybe he's our guy. There was at one point I thought freaking Jay Fieldler was our guy. I don't think anyone remembers Jay Fieldler.
You know, a guy I always made fun of was not fun of, but I'd always laugh. I mean, my buddy had an inside joke with this player was Cleo Lemon. If you remember him.
Gosh, yeah, dude. Because I think we picked him up from the Chargers. And then I think
I don't know where he was, but me and my buddy has always had an inside joke with that name and that player.
Yeah, dude. No.
I got a couple questions on before if we roll into the mock, we're gonna run.
Yeah, we
here.
can roll in the mock after this.
Okay, all right. Linebacker. So there is a potential that the Packers get someone like Zaven Collins. So they have. I don't know if he's gonna fall to 29. I think he might actually go sooner. I want to hear your thoughts on it. But before that, they have two 22-year-olds at linebacker, Kamal Martin and Chris Barnes. Kamal Martin, both were injured last year at some point in the year. Kamal Martin was okay. He was the rookie out of Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota.
And
he actually played
Chris
a lot
Barnes
of slot at Minnesota. So he came
and
in very athletic.
With
He's never going to be a guy that you put in the middle.
Yeah. So with Chris Barnes, he actually surprised. He came out of nowhere. He was undrafted out of UCLA, but great. He was good at stopping the run defender, all this, but trash in coverage. So at least PFF has him trash in coverage. I know that. So I don't know if the Packers go first for a linebacker because the last time they did that was AJ Hawk. But if they
I love him on
if someone like
on McAfee's show.
Oh my God, he's great. I love AJ. But if someone what do you think of JOK? What if he fell? Jamin Davis is flying up boards.
Yeah, Jamin Davis would kind of be, if we're going to go linebacker, probably be my favorite there. Because I think a lot of teams
out of
are
those
just
three.
Yeah, because I don't think JOK is making it there. I love JOK. I don't think he's going to make it there. I think someone's going to snag him beforehand.
Okay.
Just because of the versatility. And he's also a guy, I don't think it's the same case with Kamal Martin. You do not want JOK in the middle. Because the Packers, they're probably one of the teams that use the most sub packages.
They're rarely ever in 3-4.
Yeah, so you're gonna want a guy that can play the run game. And that's why I think Jamin Davis over Zaven Collins. Zaven Collins, actually, his missed tackle rate through his career, I think it's like 16%. Yeah. So he's actually not as sure a tackler as some people make him out to be.
I just love it because he's 6'4", 260. He's actually pretty damn good at covering.
Yeah, that's his skill set. It's gonna be it's gonna be very scheme specific. I see him more as maybe as like a Sam or maybe someone you have coming off the edge that can drop into coverage. But I think Jamin Davis,
more of a 4-3 type of backer. You're thinking.
Yeah. And then I think Jamin Davis probably be the better option there because teams are gonna love him. He's long and he's fast. He can stick there in the middle. He can get in the way of passing lanes. Yeah. And guess what? He was solid against the run. So I kind of think he's going to go in the first, and I think he's probably the best bet if the Packers do want to go in that direction.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because that's definitely an option. Now, I think corner tackle is more the thing that's going to happen. But
I would love if they went receiver, man.
A lot of people would love it, but at this point in time, it's just I don't really expect it. I would be like, okay, that's cool. They went receiver, and depending on who it is, but a lot of those guys at the top of the first there are all pretty good receivers. So you can't. I wouldn't be too mad with any of them, but I just feel like the Packers are gonna draft a tackle or something. Like I just feel it.
Something just to it's fine.
Yeah, or trade out if someone wants to come get Trask, go for it.
Hey, I'm all for trading down, dude. Trask in the first, dude. Oh my gosh, no.
I said if someone wants to, not that I think it should happen. I
saw what it was. Pete. I'm gonna mispronounce his last name. It's like Scrager or something, but he had Davis Mills going the first. Okay. And I think he said he was just kind of experimenting with what the Bucks can do with that pick. But I saw that, I was like, dude, after Mac Jones, I don't have a second round grade on anybody at quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. The Bucks could go. I mean, not that, like you said, if you have a second round grade on everyone, they'd probably trade back rather than grab someone there at 32.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if anybody, it'd probably be Mills, though. Yeah, like, he's, like, super developmental, though. He only has, like, 10 starts, but
yeah,
he's prototypical what teams used to look for in quarterback. Arm strength and size.
Exactly.
All right, so mock draft time, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
First round, I'm down with this.
We'll just alternate picks, and who wants to go first?
Well, I mean, do we really need to give up the first two? I feel like it only gets interesting at 3, depending on where you go with that.
Don't tell me you're going Mac Jones.
Dude, I have Fields, but so I'll start there. And I'll say
there we go. Yeah, we'll have you start at San Fran, and we'll go from
I'll
there.
start at so obviously Lawrence, Wilson, and then I have Fields, but for some reason in my mind, I just feel like they're just gonna go Mac Jones. Like I don't know why. I don't think it's the best for them at all. But like I want the 49ers to not be good. But realistically, Fields.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I've been saying this for a minute. It makes no because like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they're so good at keeping what they want to do, whether it's free agency or the draft, inside in the office. So for this to leak out of nowhere, like it makes for me, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know where these rumors came from.
I saw a funny conspiracy that it was Shanahan trying to like convince Saleh over at New York to take Mac
that's
Jones.
The only way this makes sense.
Saleh's not a quarterback guy. What if he's just like, yeah, he wants Mac, let's take
See, that's what I've been saying.
The 49ers end up getting Wilson.
This is the only way it makes sense. I don't know why that bait would even be out there otherwise. All right, so no trade, so I'll go with the Falcons. Okay. I'm not going quarterback, not with Matt Ryan's new deal. They really can't release him until I think June 1st of 2023 to take the minimal dead cap. So I'm going Kyle Pitts, best
that's what I have.
Yeah, non-offensive player or non-quarterback player in the draft.
Okay. So next we have Bengals. Interesting. I think the best route is going Sewell here. That's what I have him as. But they could go someone Chase if they want to relink that chemistry there with Burrow. But how Burrow got treated last year. You gotta go Sewell here, right?
Yeah. I think Chase also is a good option too, because just again with how deep the tackle class is, something they can address in the second round. But hey, between Chase and Sewell, I'm kind of cool with that.
That's I have Sewell, but like my option B is Chase. Like that's
which isn't a bad option B.
Yeah.
See, and I feel like this is where the Dolphins are at with this next pick.
Good. You get the Dolphins. Good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But because like for me, my board goes if I'm the Dolphins is Pitts, Sewell, and then trade down, and then I have Chase or Smith, whatever they prefer. So I'm gonna go with Chase because I prefer Chase.
Yep, I have him there as well. So we're on par so far.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Lions.
This is a tough one.
Just them losing Kenny G and Marvin, I have them going Waddle.
Okay.
I think they could go Slater.
They could go really anywhere.
Yeah, they really could. So I have them with Waddle. I just think that's their pick. But do you have a rebuttal to that?
For me, if this is how the draft fell and I'm the Lions, I already know Jared Goff's not my guy. I would take Trey Lance.
You would?
Oh yeah, I would take Trey Lance with 2 first rounders next year, right?
Okay.
Then just start surrounding him with talent, knowing I'm probably not going to start Lance at all next year.
Yeah. That's not a bad. Yeah, that's not a bad option either. Actually, now that you say it.
Yeah,
I do have him as my third guy here.
Yeah, and I would never consider Mac Jones here either. So
okay. I would. I mean, being a Packers fan, that'd be pretty cool.
It's not to say Mac Jones. He's not a bad quarterback. It's just top 10. Like, And you're gonna tell me the Niners traded 3 first-round picks to get Mac Jones?
That's what a lot. Yeah, I just don't. I don't see it in him in either. Like, I just don't see the arm strength and all that. I don't know.
Yeah. So the Panthers here. This one's interesting to me. It really just comes down to 2 options. For me, it's Slater and Surtain.
Okay. Yeah, that's my 1 and 2 for them as well.
Yeah. So I mean, Sam Darnold. You gotta go Slater, right? You don't want him to see ghosts anymore.
No.
Get Casper out of the backfield.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool with Slater there. Okay, so then Broncos. So since Lions didn't take him, I have them taking Lance because they clear as day haven't been, committed to Locke. They tried to trade for Stafford. So, which I don't know why that deal didn't go through, but whatever. So I got Lance here. I got them drafting Lance, and I don't know if he'd start right away, but it definitely.
I think that's
like short leash on Locke.
I think that's a no-brainer. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot Lance was on the board when I was like, didn't we pick Lance already?
Oh yeah, no, I took him with I took Waddle with the Lions.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So in the case of the Lions taking Waddle, Lance to the
Broncos. Yeah, this is perfect for the Broncos. Take Lance. I think Drew Lock is terrible. I don't know how anybody could be sold on Lock. I remember when I was evaluating him for the 2019 draft he was taken, or 2018? I don't know. It was 2019.
He's forgettable. That's why.
Yeah. Well, dude, he has there are literally a handful of plays, and I forgot who they were facing. He had a wide open guy in the flats and missed him by 10 yards.
Ugh.
How? And he did it multiple times. That's what just threw me off.
Didn't do too well.
Yeah, there's a reason why every team in the first round passed on Locke, including the Broncos.
Yeah.
Just gonna say.
That's a good
you can do
point.
better.
All right, so what do we have next? Cowboys. I think
Cowboys.
This is pretty.
No brainer. This is Surtain.
Yeah.
This is what you could get fancy here, but I don't see how. With what?
It's Jerry Jones. They just go Horn or something.
Yeah, right. I think just get the better version of Trevon Diggs. So
yeah, because they don't really have anyone else other than that, do they? Anthony Brown is their other corner on their depth chart, which had a 54.6 PFF last year.
Dude, yeah, and he's bad. They also re-signed Jordan Lewis to play the slot. I could see, and he's not that good either. I could see them double dipping. Maybe in the third for a Thomas Graham or something.
Okay.
For the slot, but yeah. I mean, I think if Slater's here, someone may consider him, but
yeah,
I think you have to go corner.
Okay, so then it leaves us with Giants. I was kind of confused here. At first, I was like, would they just go Parsons just because he's here? But then I just had him take Darisaw because Nate Sauter's kind of trash, and he sat out last year. And I think before. Yeah, in 2019, at 64.9 PFF, I don't like Nate Sauter at all.
Yeah. So you're taking Darisaw?
Yeah.
Darisaw is solid. He's good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty high on who they have, who they had behind Solder at right tackle, Matt Pert. I think it's Pert or Parrott, something like that.
Yeah.
But they could play him at guard too. So, for me, I think you have to make offense this pick. Give Danny Dimes no reasons to.
Yeah. So either that, you're thinking that, or receiver, basically, or
that or Smith.
Okay.
So,
I mean, they got Galladay, so that's good.
I also feel like this is a prime trade down spot with Mac Jones.
I agree with that. That's why I kind of was just all right, tackle.
Yeah. Really, when you can't do trades in a mock, it's kind of you got to take best available for your squad. So, I like the Darisaw pick.
Okay. All right, so 12, we have Eagles. What do you got?
I am going Devontae. I was worried I wouldn't have Devontae for this pick.
I have him there as well.
Yeah, he actually does a lot of things what Jalen Hurts, what he's good at. What Hurts, like, he has the Drew Lock accuracy in terms of underneath, where
Yeah.
Hurts is very accurate is downfield and in the intermediate. And that's why I would say maybe Waddle, they pass on Waddle if he's available here.
Yeah.
But Smith, he's a great route runner. Where he had a lot of success was in that intermediate. So yeah, I was kind of hoping Smith would make it here, because then
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go like Parsons, or I think Edge could even be in play with this pick.
Yeah. Who would you say at edge though?
Kwity
Phillips
Paye.
or Kwity Paye? Yeah.
I think
okay.
he feels like an Eagle just the way he plays.
Yeah. I mean, the starting Eagles receivers right now on their depth chart is Fulgham and Greg Ward. So I think the receiver here is kind of like what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and I guess Rager's playing the slot, so
Yeah. Yeah. So I would be okay with that. What do we have next? We have Chargers. Ah,
you
man,
made this tough on yourself, dude.
I know. I'm gonna take Horn. I'm gonna take Horn with the Chargers
Okay,
because
that's interesting.
Chris Harris's slot, right?
Yeah. That's why he specifically went to LA. He wanted to play slot.
And then their other corner is Mike Davis. But other than that,
He's the number
he's
two.
not even. That's what I mean. So, but like they could go AVT here. You think too? I mean,
For me, that's early, but I mean,
Yeah.
also interior offense, never a sexy pick.
yeah,
Listen, it's Quentin Nelson. It's really tough to justify.
yeah. So I'm gonna go Horn, but I want to hear what would you have done it?
What I've done, that's a tougher question.
Yeah.
That's really tough, because for me, I don't know if Horn is exactly a good scheme fit, man, for Staley.
Don't think so.
He's begging like for a team to play very heavy man press. Like that's just what he's great at.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I love the talent. The talent's there.
Yeah.
I think the secondary I think it's going to be in trouble regardless, Horn or without Horn. But I could see Horn getting picked on a lot early. Kind of like Jeffrey Okuda this year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I honestly don't know where else you could go. Like,
Yeah. It's a hard one. The Chargers are also that could potentially trade, like I think you said earlier.
yeah, I like for me, this is kind of like a chalk and Darisaw. If he's not on the board, then why live anymore?
All right, so we got Vikings now.
Yeah, Vikings. This one's actually also incredibly tough with Darisaw off the board. Oh gosh, is it time for Mac Jones?
Oh gosh, please.
So this is what I'm thinking. I don't think there's really anything to the Danielle Hunter. I don't know if you're familiar with the Danielle Hunter rumors that he wasn't satisfied. Apparently they were false.
Okay.
I almost bit into it. I had one mock where I was like, oh, they're gonna go Jason Owe, man, because he's basically like Danielle Hunter. But I do think I'm gonna go edge here.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Kwity Paye. He's a nice physical. He's an Everson Griffin to Danielle Hunter. They got Wonham there, but he's more of a rotation guy. So yeah, I'll go Kwity Paye.
All right. And then Patriots, we're slamming Mac Jones, right?
I don't know where else he would go.
All right. Patriots, congrats. You get a new Mac Jones. There you go. I mean, yeah, that makes sense there.
It does.
Like you said, but we're not doing trades also, so you don't know. So
who's training up for Mac Jones?
The Bears.
Nah, dude, they promised Andy Dalton he is the starter, man.
And just like how Mike Glennon was going to be the guy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Imagine
that being the hill you die on, Andy Dalton. Poor Ryan Pace.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like to see it. It's kind of funny, but as a Bears fan, yeah, I would be pissed. What do we have next? We have
Cardinals, which is for me, it's pretty tough with Horn off the board. I was kind of hoping he might fall. I also like Waddle a lot. If Waddle falls for this pick, I think they need a vertical.
You
threat.
think Waddle would fall that far?
It's the draft, man.
That's true. We never really know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do I think? Probably not, but
yeah. We've seen DK fall, so you never know. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just weird,
right? DK, Terry McLaurin, like Gosh, what AJ Brown? He went in the first in that class,
Yeah.
right? Or was he second?
I think, wasn't he 25th? No, I don't know where he went.
No, I think he
forget.
was second because I think that's a holiday draft, right? No, that's not the
Yeah.
Hollywood draft. Because I'm trying to think of Maurice. What is it? Or is it Maurice? Maurice Brown. There we go. The
Okay.
Ravens pick. I'm thinking of that draft,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the same draft.
Different Brown.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stall time because I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Yeah, right.
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, part of me is thinking you could do Elijah Vera Tucker, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I think their line's fine. And say whatever you want about Kingsbury, he actually does a good job of scheming to his line's strength and kind of protecting them. Barmore's interesting, but I think I'm gonna go Parsons. I'm not a big Jordan Hicks guy.
Okay.
I think Hicks is pretty overrated. He's fine, but
I like that pick. I mean, you can then
it's
you
great
still have
value at
Isaiah
this point, right?
Yeah, you still have Isaiah Simmons from last year, so get him more involved too. And two really athletic guys. So
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. So what do we have next? We have Raiders.
The Raiders.
We have Raiders. So, oh gosh, as of right now, their depth chart, their right tackle is Brandon Parker with a 48.9 PFF.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
So I'm gonna go Tevin Jenkins.
Tevin Jenkins. Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
I want him with the Packers, but I
it.
just see the Raiders. They could take him. They could take JOK maybe, but
they'd probably play him in the slot at that point.
yeah, right.
Yeah, but I mean,
so I'm gonna go Tevin Jenkins there.
Yeah, I think
you
that's
get
good.
both the Dolphins picks. Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I could do what I want. I'm actually not going JOK for the Dolphins. I love JOK.
Okay.
I just don't think they kind of like what he does well. They kind of already have, he's the Brandon Jones role, which they drafted last year, and they played him quite a bit near the tail end of the season. And also they have two slot corners because that's the beautiful thing about JOK. He is quick enough to play the slot.
Yeah.
So, and they got Noah Mbignagani, who was a first rounder. They played in the slot. They also brought in Justin Coleman.
You nailed that. I couldn't say that guy's name.
Oh yeah, I had to learn.
Yeah, you have to when they're on your team.
Yeah. Who did we pick? We picked Chase. I think I'm probably gonna go with Edge here. I'm a big fan of Aziz. I think he flies off. The Dolphins, they lost two of their top three pass rushers from last year. Yeah. Aziz, he may not have he may not be as physically crazy as Owe or Jalen Phillips. But he has a special bend to him. He has way bigger toolbox of pass rush moves than any of the other edges in this class. I'm just a big fan. I like it.
Okay. So we have Washington football team next, right?
Yep.
All right. I want to take JOK then.
Yeah, no, that's a good fit. That's kind of like where I have him going in a lot of mocks.
Their linebackers are pretty trash last year. Cole Holcomb was all right, but I'm okay with them taking him there at 19.
And it gives them a little bit of size in the slot too.
Yeah.
Because I think last year their corner, who was Jimmy Moreland, who he came out of James Madison. The dude's a dog, man. Like, he's small, but he's super physical. But it'd be nice to get someone a bit more, like, size-wise, a little bit better so you don't get bodied by tight ends.
Exactly.
Oh, the Bears, the poor Bears. They got to replace Kyle Fuller for me. I think Greg Newsome's getting a lot of hype, and he kind of fits the scheme pretty well.
Okay.
So I actually like him here, and I think it's a way sexier pick than like tackle or interior, however you view Elijah Vera Tucker. So yeah, I'm gonna go Newsome.
Okay. So with the Colts, I was looking at tackle, but I feel like I might want to go Phillips here.
I think that's a good get.
You know, I think what a stat I have here. Yeah, not a single one of their edge players had an over 62 PFF in 2020, and it's pretty much just like Buckner down there, and then just a bunch of guys. So
yeah, and they haven't even brought back Houston, right?
No. Right now, I don't think he's back. I don't believe so. So, yeah, I like Phillips. I mean, I guess, like you said, you could go OA there, but Phillips, I'll take Phillips at 21.
Yeah, I think it's either or. Like Phillips has a top 10 like potential.
Yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
concussions. They're kind of a concern.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
What are we at? Titans? I feel like we might have the
Titans.
same
Oh,
pick
this is
here.
perfect because in a little bit I'm going to be on Titan Uploads channel tonight doing
Nice.
a 7-round mock for him.
Nice.
So this gives me a little pregame.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, I love there's two prospects that really just jump out to me, being Barmore and Bateman. I love the idea of Bateman. He can play the slot. Like he
Bateman
literally
here.
could do whatever you want from him.
I have Bateman here after losing Davis.
yeah.
Just bring another receiver in.
But I also like the idea of replacing because what was it? Who was it? Daquan. Who's their center
Jones.
or their nose?
Daquan Jones, right?
Yeah, Daquan Jones. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was Jones, but I was like, oh man, that's such a basic name. Am I just throwing it out there because I can't remember? But
Yeah.
I think Barmore could be a solid fit here too.
Okay.
It's a receiver deep draft. They could find that. I'm gonna go Barmore, man.
You're going to go Barmore.
I'm gonna go Barmore. It's a little
Dang.
crazy, but
No, that's fine. Okay, so now we have Jets. Oh, gosh. Okay. Would I go OA here then? Would I go OA or Far or someone like Far? Oh gosh, I don't think. Would you? I'm just so confused on Farley.
yeah, no, it's kind of a mixed bag with the back. It's tough. Like it won't surprise me if he falls out of the first round.
I had them going edge, a guy that's already off, but Carl Lawson was like their only decent edge last year.
Well, for the
Yeah.
Bengals, he was.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Their only decent edge for the upcoming.
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
so
yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So I guess I would go OA, right?
I like that. I think pair up. Like if you're not sure about Farley, in my opinion, nothing helps secondary like pass rush.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Coverage.
and plus they have enough
context.
picks they can address it later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think you have to pigeonhole yourself into Farley here if you're scared to,
Yeah.
justified.
Yeah. I'll go OA there. So what do we have next? We Steelers.
Steelers. Like me personally, I would have loved to go Tevin Jenkins here. Would have been
He's
nice
gone.
if he was
Can't
still
do
around. Yeah. I think they still have to address the line. I'm willing to go with Cosme. I think Cosme's still be a good fit.
So AVT's still on the board, right?
Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he plays tackle in the NFL though.
Okay, you think he's primarily
Yeah,
guard?
he's not athletic enough to stay on the outside. I think he's going to be a really good guard, but he's
Okay.
not going. I don't think he plays tackle.
Gotcha. So you
and
have Cosme
guard's
going
not a
here.
weakness for the Steelers either. So
So you don't have them going Harris like everyone says.
man, we were talking earlier, man. I hate running backs in the first round.
Yeah,
Like
there's
unless
so much value later on.
yeah,
There's
unless
so
it's a
much.
luxury pick, and you and it's like a Barkley, a Zeke, a Kamara, a McCaffrey. They have to be the special exception, you know.
So would you consider like Edwards-Helaire a luxury pick?
Yes, without that type of skill set too. So it was
Yeah.
a bad luxury pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he wasn't even the top back in that class for me. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but he wasn't even
Yeah.
the top back in in that class.
Okay. So you had okay. So what do we have next? Jags.
Jags.
I like Merrick.
Yeah,
I like Merrick there.
that's good.
I like Merrick. I just don't like their safeties really. Rayshon Jenkins, Jared Wilson.
Like Jenkins, they brought in he can't play deep. Like he
Yeah.
has to be a box. I don't know why they spent that much money on a box safety.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
So I mean, I really like Merrick. So I that's another thing that I feel like if he were to fall to 29, surprisingly, I think the Packers might pull that trigger.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Like he's
They
got a little
don't have-
versatility to him.
Exactly. Like they don't have that need at but putting him at nickel backer or even then moving Darnell Savage up if they wanted to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options. It's a new defensive coordinator, so we'll see what happens. But with Joe Barry, if he were to fall to 29, I think a lot of people are undervaluing the thought of the Packers draft.
I should have asked about Joe Barry, man. I'm super curious how the defense is gonna look.
I don't know. I don't. At the end of the day, I don't know. It's one of those things.
Yeah, I hear that. Dude, so with the Dolphins, I'm totally scared because we are going with co-offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Godfrey? I think it's Godfrey, but the other one's Eric Stoodsville, who's a big running back guy. Like I can see the Dolphins going Sewell, Najee Harris
Really?
in the first. Because yeah, he's like worked with for a long time worked with guys like Tiki Barber, Marshawn Lynch.
Wouldn't that kind of be the way to kind of run the Dolphins at this point, or just kind of run first, like make it kind of easier for Tua?
They got Malcolm. They have competent running backs. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. If you can find guys that fit your scheme, typically their production will be similar, if not maybe a little below what these guys get from their elite running backs. Like if they focus on building the line, that'll help the running backs. If they can keep themselves in decent second and third down positions, that actually helps out running back production a ton. So, and get guys that fit your scheme. I think it's those three things. You don't need to invest that early, but I'm scared that they will.
Yeah. It's always what you don't want to end up doing. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, what do we have? Browns?
Yeah,
we're on Browns.
For me, Browns. I think. Oh, you took Oweh, didn't you? Right?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Oh crap! I was gonna go edge here.
Okay.
Yeah, even with Clowney, I mean, I think Clowney, I like his versatility. He could jump inside. They can move him all around. Crap, you went edge. That's fair.
Well, you took my pick for the Browns, which was Barmore, but. They just they cut Richardson, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Which woof. Good luck. I mean, to be fair, that they could go out and get like someone like Maurice Hurst. I think that could be a very valuable option.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
because they're going to be playing Andrew Billings at nose, so they could go in the fourth round here, draft another nose to be in the rotation. They got Jordan Elliott, who I really liked out of Missouri.
You do?
Too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Malik Jackson too, but he's
yeah. I think I'm going Jamin Davis. I know. Okay. Anyone I talk to,
I have him there as well. Like,
one
of the spots.
Yeah, because I mean, linebacker, dude, he's long, he's fast, he's an improvement. I don't really like outside of Anthony Walker, who they brought in this year, who's really just a solid veteran guy. They have no one at linebacker.
Yeah.
Any Browns guy I talk to is like, oh, they don't value linebacker. Well, screw it, I'm doing the pick for you. So that's how I would do it.
That's the Packers. I never really value linebacker, so. Who knows? Maybe they'll do it. Joe Barry is, an ex-linebackers coach, so could happen. But you have so you officially are on the train of Jamin Davis.
I'm going Jamin Davis.
Okay, all right. So we have Jamin Davis there. So then we have the Ravens. Oh gosh. You took both the guys I have here off.
Yeah, I like Aziz for this pick. Aziz and Oweh. I think
I have Aziz. I have Aziz, and then I had potentially Cosme, but you took Cosme with right?
Yeah, I did.
Gosh, I don't know who to go here. I am stumped. I mean, would you go Reduns?
I don't think he's a good fit for that scheme.
No.
They're more of a power gap.
I'm trying to think.
I think Reduns is more of an outside.
I'm just trying to think who
zone.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think who I could even go here. Because I'm kind of stumped.
Because I was gonna say Trevon Merrick could also be an option here, but
he's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Took him with the Jags. I don't have anyone here.
See, this is the problem with trying to construct mock drafts. It's hard.
Yeah.
Once your favorite players
who would even be the next edge?
Carlos Basham. That's who I have on my board. Some people say Gregory Rousseau. I'm not. Yeah.
I remember, what was it, like a year ago? He was top 10 or something like that.
Yeah, that was fair. That was before he decided not to play and then had a terrible pro day.
Is Basham, what do you even have his grade as? Because I thought he was more of a second round guy.
He is. He's 40. You asked who my top edge was. So
yeah.
He just happens to be the 40th player on my board though.
Help me out here, because I'm stumped on the Ravens here, because I don't. Both the guys are off.
So
I want to go edge, but
For me, just for the sake of value, I would probably consider, this is where I might consider Caleb Farley. That's a little iffy, but I think Rashad Bateman's not a bad alternative here.
Oh, that's right. He's still here. That's right. The Ravens can never get any receivers in the room. Yeah, let's go Bateman. I'm cool with that. I forgot he was here, honestly, because I had him going Titans, but then you took who'd you take Titans?
I took Barmore.
Barmore, that's what it was. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so if we go
the sexiest pick of the draft.
Okay, so we're yeah, right. All right, so we're gonna go Bateman with the Ravens. Save to the Ravens receiver room. There you go. Lamar Jackson still won't throw to him, so it's fine.
Yeah, right.
So the Saints. What do you got with the
Caleb
Saints?
Farley?
Yeah, that's what I have.
I don't care if he has back issues. We need people at corner.
Okay, so then that leaves me with the Packers, right?
Yeah, beautiful how it worked out.
I wanted Cosme, but I wanted Tevin Jenkins. They're both gone. Oh gosh.
Oh, we even talked about Jamin Davis here. He's gone too.
He's gone too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would take Zaven. I just don't. Do I just do it and take Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney?
Dude, you were high on. You were talking about Toney, dude. Don't back off your guns now.
Yeah, I might. Jeez. Yeah, because you said Newsom's gone. Fuck.
At this point, like I think corner's out of the question.
Yeah, you're not taking
unless you're like
there.
very high on a guy like Ifatu Melifonwu.
Yeah,
he's real tradesy and probably needs a little time. Yeah, I have him as a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Toney.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna finally draft a receiver in the first round with the
Packers. Like it. I hate when I do mocks and I don't have him in the first because I really based on what everyone's saying, it sounds like he's gonna be a first.
And I just want to see that type of ability in the Packers offense.
Yeah.
I think that would be great, especially considering you already have someone like Devontae Adams and you add, Kadarius Toney into the mix with slot and whatever you need him to do, screens, whatever.
Oh, that's perfect. Like for LaFleur, that's
exactly
perfect. He's ideal.
Exactly.
Because he is kind of gadgety.
It's almost like a luxury pick, kind of, but like he's still so good. So,
it's a good luxury to have.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go Toney here. So then we have the Bills. You're on the board.
Yeah, not a lot of good Bills picks here. Like Collins could be an option, but I think Elijah Vera Tucker is kind of a. Yeah, we could play him right. You could play him right now at guard because they tried it with Cody Ford. He's kind of trash.
That's another guy that I could have thought with the Packers is AVT, but I'll take Toney.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty high on Cody Ford coming out and being a guard, and they put him at tackle to start out. He was terrible, and he just hasn't been able to be good since. Like they've moved him inside, and he's not great. So yeah, I'm going Elijah Vera Tucker. I would have preferred defense, but what can you do?
Okay. Okay, so we have Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
You gotta go tackle here, right?
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
Yeah. So the question is who?
Unless you hate Patrick Mahomes.
So the question is who?
Let's see. What are the
What's your thoughts on Eichenberg?
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
He's got short arms, short little dinosaur arms. Well, I think a lot of teams are viewing him as guard too now.
Okay. Okay. Then would that leave Redunds here?
I think so. He would probably, for me, he's probably the next guy. People could talk a little bit about Walker but he hasn't played in like two seasons.
That's another name, actually, I did want to ask you about. I forgot. So Walker Little, like, what is your true evaluation on this guy? Because I was going to say, a couple of years ago, I hated him. I was like, this guy needs to move to guard, dude. He's a good run blocker. So what really changed? Because nothing has happened in a couple of years.
Yeah, right? You would, which I think is fair. So going back, because his size is great, and I think he's athletic enough.
Yeah.
But I went back to because he was decent in the 2019 opener against Northwestern before he got hurt. But I mean, it was Northwestern. This wasn't the same Northwestern in 2020, so it was like whatever. So I went back to 2018 and for a 6-game stretch in the second half of the season, he was really improved as a pass protector. And he was doing a lot better job with face and leverage, which with those taller guys at tackle, you kind of worry about them just always getting under their pads. But he was pretty good at dealing with that. So I was like, okay, maybe he can stick out a tackle. I was really bummed that he decided to opt out.
Yeah.
So for me, he's kind of a second rounder, just because
Second rounder, okay.
Yeah, the unsureness. But he's been working out with Paul Alexander, the former Cincinnati Bengals O-line coach. He's kind of supposed to be this offensive line whisperer, and he's really, really high on Walker, which is like, I'm kind of like, this is like in my head, like when I'm doing mock drafts, for me, the Bengals picks are always Chase and Walker, because I'm just connecting dots. I was like, okay, they could be high on.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
that
Walker.
Yeah, now that you say that, that's not a bad, look, because if Walker does
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
into, you know what I mean, and then you pair Chase back up with Burrow, and then it's just like, there you go.
Yeah, but you can't blame the Bengals if they go sole either.
You can't.
You know?
You can't. I mean, Burrow. You kind of have to protect the guy.
Yeah, I know Burrow may not want it, but this is for your own good. He
Okay.
may want Chase, but
All right, so if we went with Dunn's there, and then we have
I guess
Bucks.
we finished it off with
You're finishing up on the Bucks. I love how you got both Dolphins and I got the Packers.
Yeah, I know, right?
We didn't even try that.
No lie,
that.
when I was
We
looking
just-
at it, I was like, did he do this so he'd get the Packers picks?
No,
That's
I
fair.
didn't even try, and I didn't even think about the two Dolphins picks.
Yeah,
I
me
just
either.
went into it.
I honestly thought that you were gonna get the other Dolphins pick.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get the Packers and give me someone I didn't want.
Yeah, right. So with this pick, some people like the idea of luxury with running back, and to those people, I'm like, screw you.
Dude, there's so many running backs in that room.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Oh
you
my
have,
gosh.
They just got what? Kashawn
Vaughn.
thank you for
Yeah,
Vandy
yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
So like, dude,
He's like fourth string right now.
yeah. Hey, if y'all keep winning, you could keep bringing back Leonard Fournette on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
So for me, I like the idea of either maybe looking towards not necessarily this year this year, but to the future. And this is kind of a favorite mock of mine. It's either that one or Carlos Basham, but I'm not going to go with Carlos Basham here. I like him as a fit and as a potential JPP replation, because I think you could play Basham immediately where Will Golston is, but Will Golston didn't get on the field enough. So I'm actually going to go with Landon Dickerson.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because Ryan Jensen's contract is done after 2021, so he could immediately be a replacement at center. But also, I think once he returns, because a lot of people think week 5, but that's still a bit early, so it might be like after week 8. I think he could challenge Alex Kappa at I think that's the right guard spot.
You know what would annoy me if the Packers didn't draft Tony in this mock, and if the Bucks got someone like him? Like, it would just be like, oh, come on, like, really?
Yeah.
Like, do you think they have any chance of going receiver?
Dude, you're closer with the Packers than I. I
meant
dream
Bucks.
of them going receiver.
I
The
meant
Bucks?
Bucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I could see Elijah Moore here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they did go receiver here, it'd be more.
I think someone, if they're not going to bring AB back, find someone who's a threat after the catch and can separate very well vertically. And that's kind of Elijah Molden.
Yeah.
Or did I say Molden? My bad. Elijah Moore.
The corner, Elijah
Yeah,
Molden.
the corner. We're going
I like
to convert
him.
him. Screw playing slot.
Yeah.
I like Molden a lot too, actually. Talking about my guys, that's a guy I think could maybe play deep.
I like Javon Holland.
A lot of people do, man. Just didn't get to, like, again, opted out. Like, but he tested out well, He played well in the slot in 2019, and then he was playing deep his freshman year and was phenomenal too. So
yeah, as I was saying, what was it, 20 pass breakups / interceptions in those 2
yeah,
years?
Playmaker.
Ridiculous.
But I feel that same way about kind of like Elijah Molden. Like, we didn't see him play a lot deep, but I think, like, Washington last couple of games, they played him deep, and he actually did very well. So he might not necessarily have like the vertical or the movement skills to stay deep, but you're at least getting a really, really good slot. So yeah, those two guys, I expect them to be second rounders. Like, I know, what is it?
Yeah, same. That's what I have him as.
Stinking little Hercules. What's his name? The Jags' old running back. He's now at
MJD.
Yeah, MJD. I know he's super high on Holland. He had him at the not the Packers, the Cowboys in one of his his first mock. And now he's kind of reeled back and was like, oh no, he's a late first. But dude, he had him as high
Cowboys
as
at 10?
At 10.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if that was over Surtain either. But I remember looking at that. I think I did a video on it too because it was just so wow.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Hey, we've had what? Jake Locker was a wow pick. So we've had stuff like
was it Emmanuel Sanders or
EJ Manuel?
Manuel.
EJ Manuel with the Bills. Yeah.
Gosh, that was a bad quarterback class.
Yeah. Very bad. So that's what we're done with the mock. We did it.
I think this looks solid to me. It looks reasonable.
Yeah. Especially for having a flip flop. I got a little choked up there on the Ravens, but we powered through.
To be fair, but I mean, I think you still came out good. Bateman's a great pick.
Yeah, I honestly forgot he was there. That's why I got stumped. I was like, I don't know who to take. But yeah, that's.
I feel bad for the Bills because Vera Tucker's just not a sexy pick.
Yeah,
and I could see that pick getting crapped on all day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I mean, that's good value.
I didn't plan on the Packers getting Tony, but the way it fell, I mean, if this is the way it fell, I could see it. So
no, definitely. And like, I think you brought up good reason enough. I can remember because you also talked about watch the Packers go like Terrace Marshall.
So like, they might go Terrace Marshall there if it lays out like that. You don't know. It's weird. They're weird with their height restrictions, but sometimes they aren't. Like I said, with the Jair.
But I mean, that's the NFL. I think like the Seahawks, they're super restrictive when it comes to their corners.
Yeah, Packers are that way too. That's why, like I said, I was shocked with the Jair thing, but here we are, and now he's practically, arguably, the best corner in the league. I would assume. I'm surprised you don't have. Okay, I'm surprised you don't have arguments with that with Howard.
Oh no, are you kidding? Howard really only has 2 good seasons to his name. Yeah. This year, and I think it was like 2018 or 2017. And I honestly thought he wasn't going to do good under Flores, just because he's a good zone corner. I thought we were going to see a lot of press man from the Dolphins.
Okay.
But Flores has been good about switching it up, which I won't argue that, man. David Howard's not consistent enough. If this is like him turning a new leaf and he puts out the same production this year, okay, sure. We could have that conversation, but Alexander's been phenomenal since drafting.
If he starts catching a little bit more of those interceptions, he had a couple dropped interceptions last year. One against the Saints, one against the Colts, something like that. So if he starts turning those into more,
actual picks.
And then, of course, obviously he gets actual picks in that championship game, and they don't score on either of those turnovers. But hey, here we are.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, who would you say is even a better corner than Alexander right now?
You could argue Ramsey. A lot of people do. I don't.
Yeah, you can, but I guess that's fair.
I like Alexander. That's obviously I'm going to go Alexander. It's my name. I'm a Packers fan. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not even a Packers fan. I like Alexander a lot.
Yeah, I love his demeanor. He's a ball player.
Yeah, I'm here looking who would I even consider? I don't think you can.
No.
Yeah,
well,
nobody.
I'm glad you agree with that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Nice.
Even as a Dolphins fan,
that.
I should be going to.
I'm
going
surprised.
to bat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised. Well,
dude,
that's realistic. He's selling out.
Yeah, what can I say?
I paid you to say it.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't get enough sponsors. I need to make money some way.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. There you go.
Oh gosh, Manscaped.
Oh gosh, yeah, we both need that, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Are you kidding? Nah, man.
Yeah, you're rocking it, man.
Dude, I'm a bald man, and let me tell you, thanks to Manscaped, the carpet matched the drapes, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.